Hi, it's Glenn again. This is, I guess, Monday after Mother's Day, and it's snowing. Lovely, isn't it? It just, what do we need snow for? But I guess it makes the tulips grow and we can cut them and bring them inside for our wives, girlfriends. And I wanted to talk about proselytizing. That's a word that just doesn't roll off your tongue. It's the action or attempt of converting someone from one religion or belief or opinion to another. What would that mean to us? It's going out and bringing others over to our religion. Some people knock on doors, others do it by going into foreign countries. That's the one I did. I went to London, England, where Christianity is failing behind Islam, the Islamic faith. And there's another faith there that's pretty strong. It's Buddhism. So those are the top three in the world: Christianity, the faith of Islam, and Buddhism. And it's odd how close they are to each other. There's only a couple countries where proselytizing is not allowed. Morocco, not Monaco, but Morocco. They don't allow any proselytizing except for Islam. And then there's Greece that doesn't allow any proselytizing except for the Jehovah's Witness. I did proselytize once in our group went to London, England, and it's amazing how quickly the Muslim faith is growing there. And that's what we did. I went with a group of college students who did most of the footwork. I was one of the chaperones who handed out the tracts in the market. It was a good trip. It's not something that we guys over 60 take on lightly. We don't go out there and go door to door. And there's probably a reason for it. I'll cite a few of them. But for now, yeah, I'll just go into one of them, the big one. Jesus has risen from the dead, and he's talking to his followers. He says, "Go ye into all the world," and that's the one translation, and proclaim the gospel, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And later on in Mark puts that down again as go into all the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole of creation. That's fairly definitive. We, that's us. So, yeah, that's what we've done. That's what we're to do. Matthew 24, while Christ was still alive, he said, and this gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed into all the world. In Psalm 96, is it David who writes, "Declare his glory among the nations, and his marvelous works to all the peoples." Wow, that's blunt. In 1 Peter says, "Be ready to make a defense to anyone who asks for a reason for the hope that is in you, yet do it in gentleness and respect. We find, as Luke writes about Jesus, that in Acts 12, but the word of the Lord increased and was multiplied. Like those fish and pieces of bread, they multiplied to the point where they fed 5,000. And the word of the Lord was spreading throughout the whole region. Biblical times, the whole region was the surroundings of Mediterranean Sea, those countries. That's a lot of area. So the word of the Lord continued to increase and prevail mightily from Acts 19, verse 20. And why would we have obstacles to doing that? What would ours be? Are we lazy? Have we gotten tired? I found 5 obstacles. We look like a Jehovah's Witness. At least, they continue to proselytize, even though they're looked down upon by us all. They do it. The second one is, it's not smart. I might, I'm going to somebody else's front door and knocking. That's their private property. They have their own religion or lack thereof, and they may not want to buy into what I'm selling. But I always feel I've got the armor of Jesus on me. I don't need to worry about whether or not they're going to hurt me. There's apathy. That's another one. That's my third reason. Well, I don't care. I don't care. Well, then, what happens to the lost, unsaved? It isn't only a pastor or a priest's job to bring people to Jesus. It's ours. It's the followers. Go ye into all the world. That's me. That's all of us. And there's a fear. People will think, once again, it's like the first one, they'll think I'm like that cartoon character Ned Flanders on The Simpsons. He's a Christian. They make fun of that. And there's the fifth and final reason I came up with, it's the lack of compassion. We're yet to those who are unreached, like our neighbor, won't see heaven. They won't get in. That's how they feel. That's how we should feel for them. They're not going to make it into heaven unless we reach out to them. Now, I know that our church itself, Riverside, we send people to Cuba to bring in others to Jesus. I remember when I was there, brought in a soccer playing, he was tough. And he had, we'll not call it a gang, but a large group of followers. His name was Satan. There you go. And one Sunday he showed up to church. And they put him off down there, you sit with those people. I'll put you up in the balcony. And the next week he came with all of his soccer playing friends. He brought them to church. That's how much church moved him. He was that unreached neighbor who was brought into the fold through soccer and worship music and the love of Jesus. And that was a positive outcome. Our church does community outreach meals. for the people who don't have the money for a meal on Tuesdays or Monday nights, or that's Tuesdays. And they also do the Salvation Army kettle in the winter. And that's a good outreach. One way to proselytize is through our own character. People see me acting the way I do, and they like it, and they wonder how I got that. Well, you've got to be ready to, as Peter said, you have to be able to defend your actions in gentleness and respect for why you have that hope. You have that hope because Jesus gave it to you. How would I summarize this? During this shutdown, COVID-19, we're all indoors. We're isolated. We can't get out proselytizing. It's not really something any of us do anyway. Now that I'm over 60, it's just something that seems to be pushing me to a limit. Sadly, I say, but for the time being, while we've been isolated at home, what do we think of? What do we do? Well, soon it's going to change. I bumped into a few of you out at the store or down at Tim Hortons. A few others. I've made certain appointments just to sit beside them in a car and talk about what's been going on. I can't get through everybody, and soon we'll be getting back to our meetings, our breakfasts, our Monday night meetings, our Saturday morning breakfasts, to our churches, to our barbecues, and we can do things for our neighbors in the meantime. We can take them cookies, buy them groceries, ask them if they need a cup of coffee or something from Tim Hortons or McDonald's. I hear they make coffee. And all I can say is stay healthy, stay 2 meters apart, and don't forget to text or even call. See you soon. Later, guys.